Shooting in difficult situations is one of the quickest ways to learn and grow as a photographer. The photo at the end of this video is what made the whole thing feel worth it to me, but I will be honest, until that point, I felt I was struggling. And that's the point. The struggle that you have just fuels your ability to learn. Okay, so my wife and I were invited to an event by a lovely couple that we're friends with. One of them, who I've been friends with for a long time, who just happens to be RuPaul's nephew. Weird connection, I didn't know till even just recently, but he invited us, so we went to RuPaul's Drag Race. And I checked the guidelines like I always do, and I wanted to see if I could bring my camera. It said small handheld cameras, and that is perfect for my Nikon ZF. I can kind of get away with saying that this is a film camera or just like a small handheld camera. It's small enough. It's still pretty heavy, but you know. So as soon as I realized I could bring my camera, I framed it like this in my head. It's a challenge. It's a specifically difficult situation because there's tons of people, big crowds, lots of people taking pictures and video for professional organizations. I didn't have a media badge, so I'm just kind of going as a layman. Also, the lighting is crazy. It's often not good because there's crazy hard top lighting, and then there is really wild stage lighting that's got crazy colors and stuff like that. So you're thrown for a loop. The light changes constantly. But I wanted to get something out of it that was aesthetic and most of all just had some storytelling in it. I started how I normally go into it. When I go somewhere new, I just take photos of the environment, architectural or just vibe-based shots. Regardless, I gravitate toward anything that sets the scene. At a convention like this, like I said, you're gonna get crazy lighting. So a lot of the stuff I enjoyed with my small camera setup was very harsh contrast, and I frequently was turning stuff black and white. Also, I brought my 40mm lens, which is great, but at a convention, it's kind of hard to get up close and personal to like the main acts and stuff. So I was doing a lot of cropping in as well. These stage shots I thought were decent, and I ended up having to crop in far more than I would like to, but still I think the image works better this far cropped in. Even losing the resolution, I think the crop is worth it. Or this shot of RuPaul that I found worked much better in black and white, and again, cropped in pretty far. A lot of the practice you get out of this type of shoot is just how to make the best out of a bad situation in terms of photographing. And while you don't come home with like a ton of photos that you really feel are like print worthy or post worthy, you will build far more skill than if you're just shooting in like a perfectly lit scenario. In this context, you find lighting scenarios that you never would have set up if you had the chance. Once we had done all the things we really wanted to do as guests or fans, like seeing some shows, catching up with friends, and meeting RuPaul. Thanks, by the way, Rebecca and Addison, you guys are amazing for pulling those strings. That was very, very fun. Just a sidebar really quick. RuPaul in this photo posed me. He grabbed my chin and actually pushed it in that weird way, and then we took the photo. And he has got some skill for posing someone to look bad, because what in the hell is this? I don't think I could actually, well, I could probably do it. But yeah, I was stoked. And then after I saw the photo and I saw he did me dirty. But no shade, because I wouldn't be able to handle the read from RuPaul, so. But anyway, after all of this excitement, my photographic expectations felt shot. Like, I got some photos that I thought were okay. I'm gonna keep them to look back at them, but I wasn't gonna post anything. And since everything was done, the pressure kind of just released as soon as we started walking out, and I didn't feel the need to be searching for a great photo or anything like that. And just as that happened, a beautiful image presented itself to me. And it's not perfect aesthetically or even in all of the photographic rules, but it does something that no other photo that day did, and that is tell a story and encapsulate the day in its entirety in one single image. And that's this image. It's not even that crazy. Like, I hope I didn't hype it up too much. If you know that I went to DragCon, the photo of an escalator being broken by a red bottom stiletto is just, it's perfect. It's drag. It's worth a print, not because the aesthetics, but because of the story that's behind it. And I find that that is so much more valuable in art. So that's what I'm gonna leave you guys with today. Very short video, but like, challenge yourself in difficult scenarios because you never know what story you'll be able to tell at the end of the day. All right, okay, that'll be it. Subscribe, please, on your way out, and bye forever.